down. It's way too hot to get us excited.
The Muscatatuck Urban Training Center in southern Indiana simulates the aftermath of an atomic bomb blast in the largest city in Indiana, Indianapolis. Buildings are on fire and massive debris has piled on roads. Survivors are in shock and need medical help.
If you can get cream or something to give her relief, I will.
National Guard, Army, and other emergency groups are working together to respond to the chaos, where 100,000 people would likely be killed and up to 1 million more forced to evacuate the city. Army Colonel James Larson is the chief of training exercises.
The most important thing that they can learn is how to operate in this environment. We don't often train to do it in an environment, what we call a dirty environment, where there is a radiological enemy here.
In a real nuclear attack, hundreds of thousands of people would have to be decontaminated from radiation. During this mock exercise, water is used instead of chemicals to decontaminate people who play the role of survivors. Army Lieutenant Zachariah Davis, a nurse, says it was sometimes difficult to provide help quickly during the exercise because of a lack of communication among military groups.
A lot of units from different areas, different parts of the country, they have to integrate, work as a team, and that's why we come here to practice, because we need to be ready in case something does happen.
The training was staged to be as realistic as possible, and the soldiers did not know what would happen next.
No help!
Oh, they're coming.
Helicopters fly overhead and real local ambulances respond to emergencies. A speaker sends out emergency messages.
Local police and the National Guard are out in force. Criminal activity will not be tolerated.
Police capture a criminal who broke out of jail. There are even mock journalists and photographers. Michael Reamer is with Safety Solutions, a company that created the rubble piles.
We've brought in tons of rubble that we get from other abandoned buildings. We've poured some concrete on site, and then vehicles we get from a local scrapyard. We crush them with the victims in place, such as mannequins.
Soldiers search the debris, pulling out the mannequin victims.
It's going to be all right. It's going to be okay. Got you, Captain.
Zachary Thomas with the South Carolina National Guard says it was tough.
There's a lot of things to clear and get over. Cars turned over, a couple fires.
During the exercises, military observers stay in the background taking notes with suggestions for improvement. Besides the actual performance, they look at how long it takes for the soldiers to complete their tasks, since time can make the difference between survival or death for those who are lucky enough to be alive after the nuclear blast. Deborah Block, VOA News, Butlerville, Indiana.